In a quiet village hidden deep within the forest, there lived a woman named Amaka. Amaka was kind, hardworking, and beautiful. But to the villagers, none of that mattered, because Amaka had no child. For years, she tried. She prick, she croaked, but nothing ever came. At the marketplace, women whispered as she passed, "Stay away from her. She carries bad luck. A woman without a child is not complete." Each word cut deeper than a knife. At night, inside her small hut, Amaka would sit alone, holding her stomach, imagining what it would feel like to carry a child. "Just one," she whispered through tears. "Just one, and I will be happy." One evening, as the sun dipped behind the trees, an old woman approached her. Her back was bent, her eyes sharp, like she had seen too much of the world. She grabbed Amaka's wrist suddenly. "Listen to me," the old woman said, her voice low and urgent. "Do not go into the forest at night." Amaka frowned. "Why?" The old woman leaned closer. "There is a shrine deep inside. It does not belong to humans." Amaka tried to pull her hand away, but the woman held tighter. "Whatever you hear, whatever you see, do not take anything from that place." Amaka forced a small smile and nodded. But deep inside, something had already begun to grow. Hopi! That night, Amaka could not sleep. The words echoed in her mind. A shrine, something not meant for humans. What if that was where her miracle was waiting? Her heart began to race. Before she could stop herself, she stood up. The forest was different at night. The air felt heavy. The silence was unnatural. Even the insects refused to make a sound. Amaka walked slowly, her lantern shaking in her hand. Then she saw it. A small hut, covered in palm leaves. Strange, white markings painted across the door. The shrine. Her breath caught in her throat. She should have turned back. But then she heard it. A baby crying. Amaka froze. "No," she whispered. But the sound came again. Louder this time. A baby inside the shrine. Her heart began to pound wildly. "This it," she said softly. "My miracle." She stepped forward. The door creaked as she pushed it open. Inside, wrapped in white cloth, was a baby. Perfect. Quiet. Waiting. Amaka looked around. No one was there. Tears filled her eyes. "Who would leave you here?" she whispered. Without thinking, she picked up the child and held it close. "I will take care of you." The crying stopped instantly. Silence. Then, from behind her, a low, terrifying hiss. Amaka turned slowly. Her blood ran cold. From the darkness behind the shrine, something massive began to move. A giant serpent rose into the air. Its eyes glowed like fire. Its body coiled endlessly into the shadows. The ground trembled beneath her feet. Then it spoke. "You have taken what belongs to the shrine." Amaka's legs shook violently. But fear pushed her into motion. She ran. Branches scratched her skin as she ran through the forest. The baby in her arms remained silent, docile. Behind her, she could feel it. Watching, following, waiting. But she didn't stop. Not until she reached her house. Inside, she locked the door tightly. Her chest rose and fell rapidly. "We're safe," she whispered. But something felt wrong. Baby. It wasn't moving. Slowly, it opened its eyes. They were no longer normal. Were pale, empty. Watching her. That night, Amaka did not sleep. At exactly midnight, the baby sat up. Honest, Amaka froze in terror. Then, it spoke. "Mother." Its voice was not human. "Why did you take me?" The room grew cold. The walls began to shake. Shadows twisted unnaturally around her. Amaka screamed. The next morning, villagers gathered outside her house. Something was wrong. The door was broken. The air felt heavy. Slowly, they stepped inside. And what they saw made them step back in horror. The house was destroyed. Strange markings covered the walls. The ground was torn apart. And on the floor lay a massive snakeskin. Empty. Shed. Amaka was gone. Days passed. Then weeks. No one ever saw her again. But the villagers began to whisper. Stormy night, deep in the forest. You could hear a baby crying. Soft. Lonely. Calling. Waiting for the next desperate soul.